Hey everybody, welcome to the 2022 Holiday Buying Guide for Expedition Team Overland. I'm here with the perfect guide to send this to your loved ones, your wives, your husbands, your kids, this is what you are going to want for Christmas. So this is my top 10 list. Some of these I've used in the years before, but there are no 1 through 10, one's better, 10's the worst order. It's just a very random order. So number one, and all these gifts are roughly under $100. I kind of keep trying to keep it under $100. So number one is the ARB Tire Repair Kit or any tire repair kit. This is a very simple kit that you can use on any tire, street tires, off-road tires, mud tires, all-terrain tires. All it is it's just a bunch of plugs on how to plug the tire in the event that you run over a nail or run over get a hole in your tire. If it happens to the sidewall of the tire, it's not going to really help you that much, but this is just a basic tire repair kit. I do have a video, and I'll link it below, on how to use tire repair kit. And also, we also used it for the first time in Ouray. On going up Engineer Pass, there was actually a Subaru, I think it was like an Outback with street tires on, that was trying to do the trail, and he already blew one tire, so he's on his spare, and he had another flat tire, so we were able to assist him to get down the last mile or so of the trail. So that's the first one. Number two is an emergency bivvy sack. Bivvy sack is like a little sleeping bag tent kind of combination. It's perfect because they're real small. Backpackers use them. They fold up real small, so you're not carrying this huge big tent, but literally it's the size of your body. So it's like the size of, it's like 2 sleeping bags, but all it is it's a small tent material. So this is just something that you can leave in the back of even your regular car for wintertime. When I went to school in North Dakota, you actually kept sleeping bags and cold weather gear in your trunk in the event that you had a mechanical problem on the highway. You were able to stay warm and whatnot in the wintertime, because it got pretty cold up there. Now number three here, we're still working on the emergency stuff, is LED road flares. We have had a huge transition in the last 10 years or so from traditional pyrotechnic road flares to LED or battery powered road flares. Pros and cons to each. I still have, just I haven't had to use them that much, I still have my pyrotechnic road flares. They are dangerous. You can't buy them anywhere. Truck stops are really starting to not carry them anymore because it's hazardous cargo to ship. So, but everyone's going to LEDs. But on the flip side, you kind of always have to make sure that your batteries are charged. I also have a jump start battery. We've had to use it a couple times with my wife's car. That works really good, but every month I have a reminder on my phone. Every month I have to go plug it in because we leave them in the cars. Wintertime, summertime, it just deteriorates batteries. So the first of every month, I put them in the cars and plug them in. So same thing with these LED road flares. If you want to get them, they're great. Just make sure your batteries are charged. Keep extra batteries in the cars, but also make sure those are charged. So now, number four, we have a shovel. This is not a real technical, there's so many different types of shovels for rock, for sand, rock, dirt, mulch, all that type of stuff. I'm just going to say a U.S. Army folding shovel. 3 folds in 3s. Perfect way. They're real cheap. You get them at your Army surplus store. Get them at Home Depot. You get them everywhere. But they fold up really, really small. Domos is another shovel company. A little bit more on the expensive side, but they're also good. But these are all compact, so you can throw this in the back of any car. These are actually good to have for any type of car. If you get stuck on the side of the road in the wintertime, and if you're in the northern climates like we are in Ohio, you run off into the ditch, or you get into a little bit of a thicker snow, you can shovel it out real quickly. Now, for all of us overlanders, we all have to have our campfire, so you need an axe. Axe to chop down, if you find wood on the trail or in the woods, you need to make it smaller for camp or to make kindling for the fire. So just a real nice, good axe. There's high-end ones. You get these at Ace and Home Depot. It's just a regular axe. If you want to go on the overlanding, maybe a little bit smaller, you go with a hatchet. It's a little bit smaller, or you go with a full axe. Just make sure you have a sheath for it. That sheath is a leather case that goes around the axe head, so you don't cut yourself or damage the inside of your vehicle. Now, number 6 is Maxtracks or recovery boards. I'm on the premise of buy once, cry once. You can go on Amazon, you can buy very inexpensive Chinese plastic recovery boards. Will they work? They say they do. I've also seen a lot of videos and stuff on Instagram and on the social medias of putting them under, and they don't support the weight of an off-road vehicle. They can support the weight of a car, but when you have an expedition supported vehicle with a lot of extra weight, they can't handle the weight and they crumble. Maxtracks are made in Australia, real great superior product. They are expensive, but they work, and they work in all environments. You can use them in sand, you can use them as shovel, also in snow. You use it not as a good shovel, but be able to get some fluffy snow out of the way. Those are just really good. I've had to use them once on the trail. Worked out perfect. I wish I had 4. I have 2. They come in sets of 2. Wish I had a set of 4, so I'll probably be getting another set for the Gladiator build coming up. Now, number 7 is handheld walkie-talkies. These are fantastic for a lot of use. Great on the trail. We all have. If you don't want to put a GMRS radio in your vehicle, like a vehicle dependent, like a micro-movable GPS, that's fine. These work. You just plug them into the USB port and talk on the radios, and you get great communication length. Within a convoy. The micro-mobiles are going to be better for long-range communications. If you're talking to longer range, 20, 30 miles. But the handhelds, they actually work really well. On the trail, they work good for spotters. A lot of spotters are now using them. Instead of we still use hand signals, but you can also use a walkie-talkie and have your voice communication as long as the person in the vehicle has a radio. Also, for home repair, if you're working in your house and you're fishing wires or doing whatever stuff, and you don't want to use a cell phone, you can use a walkie-talkie. We actually have been using them on vacation. We go on cruises. They actually work really well. You'd think that this metal hunk of a ship with watertight bulkheads and elevators and all type of stuff, they work really well. We've actually been, forward, left, aft, right of a ship and be able to clear sight communication. Work great when you're in foreign countries, also on cruise excursions and whatnot. If you don't want to use your phone or you're not taking your phone with you, not pay the roaming fees, the radios work really good. So a handheld walkie-talkie. Midland has some great sets. Midland has a huge range of them. They're all pretty much the same. They have different model numbers and different names because they sell them at Walmart. They have a camouflage one for the hunters and stuff like that, but they're all pretty much the same. Some of them come in full kits. You can just buy 2 walkie-talkies. You could buy walkie-talkies that are in cases with earpieces, base units to charge them. There's a huge variety to choose from. Choose what you think your Overlander will want best. Now, number 8, tire deflators. These are fantastic. We've all been on the side of the trail with a tire pressure gauge, and you're sitting there for 10 minutes on each tire to hold it down. Your thumb's getting tired. What you do is you put I use these deflators coming out of Australia. Technically, you can screw them onto the wheel of the stem, and you can technically drive with them on. I don't. I just we're at the trailhead. Put these on. I have them. You preset them to a PSI. So I think I have mine set to like 20 PSI. I think, and then I tweak it down to whatever I want between 15 and 20, 18, whatever PSI I want to run on the trail. And you run different tire pressures for the front and the rears depending on how your rig is set up. But these work really great. Saves a lot of time. Saves your thumb. And then while everyone else is you're sitting there, you can walk around and shoot the shit with everybody else. Now, number 9 is a jack base stand. The first one I knew about was AEV when I got my JK 3.5-inch lift suspension. It came with a jack base stand. Once we lift our vehicles, our factory scissor jacks are pretty much useless because the higher that we've lifted the vehicle is now beyond the length of what the scissor jack can do. So these jack stands are 2-3 inches taller. So now if you got in a 3.5-inch lift, you've now eaten up that 3.5. It's got a wide base, so you can use it in sand and snow bases. So it gives you a little bit more of a base to support the weight of the vehicle. And that the AEV one also has a cutout on the inside, so the scissor jack will sit inside of it, so it doesn't float around. And it also has a cutout also for a high lift jack. So if you want to use your high lift jack to get another 3 inches, it also works with that. Makes it a lot safer. Bottle jack is also a way to go. That's a little bit more expensive, and people have their opinions on jacks, but I'm just trying to keep it simple for Christmas, a jack-based stand. Last thing I have on the list is a trash bag. We want to be very environmental friendly. We want to keep the environment better than we found it. And there's always trash that we produce at camp, and there's always trash we find on the trail. So a good trash bag. There's a lot out there. Blue Ridge Overland Gear has a regular size one, an XL one, that works with your spare tire that's on the back of the vehicle. Pickup trucks, you can run through the tailgate. Trashroo is another big one. So there's a lot out there. A nice, good off-road trash bag. People also use sacks, potato sacks. I think Red Rock four-wheelers for Easter Jeep Safari. You get one of those. Whatever you want, just a way to keep the trash out of your vehicle because it's dirty, it's muddy, might be dripping liquids from meats and sodas and waters and whatnot. So a good trash bag. So those are the top 10 what I think for 2022 holiday buying guide. Hope you have a good one. See you later.